Okay, so I just finished this movie, and I gotta say, overall, I did enjoy watching it. It is slow. First and foremost, this is not a Tony Soprano movie. This is a Dicky Moltisanti movie. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The last names are a little tough for me. If you haven't seen The Sopranos, you're not gonna like this movie. I don't think. You could enjoy it if you just like the crime boss kind of movies, but personally, it's not a movie like my wife and we watched, the Breaking Bad movie, and she enjoyed that even though she never watched Breaking Bad. I don't think she would enjoy this. I'll say you don't see teenage Tony until about 50 minutes in, so don't expect to see a lot of Tony in this movie. It's not a Tony Soprano movie. But I will give credit. You do see young Tony at the beginning, and the kid that they got to play him, I mean, wow. Really, all the characters, all the actors that they got to play these characters are incredible. I was very shocked. Every time a character came on, they looked just like the characters, a younger version of the characters that they're playing. And I always really am impressed when a child actor is convincing, and this kid is. And there is some wordplay that, obviously, if you've seen The Sopranos, you'll know exactly why things are said, and you kind of go, oh, interesting. I like that. I like that the dialogue is used very well. The violence is very brutal, and honestly, a movie like this, it reminds me, like when you can just sit back and listen and watch, and it's not about action. The violence isn't there to be action-packed. It's there to be violent, and it is brutal. It's kind of disturbing. Actually, a lot of this, I have no idea how they did it. It's very raw, and it doesn't shy away. The camera does not move. Yeah, all the characters were really good. I was very impressed with everyone. There's not a single actor that doesn't give it their all. I will say I kind of wish that some of the characters, and look, I'm not a longtime Sopranos lover. I recently just watched the show. I do love the show, but this movie is probably going to mean a lot more to people who grew up on the show and watched it when it was on television. I completely understand that. So you're going to have a completely different take on this movie, and it might mean a lot more to you than it does to me. Most likely will. I watched the show this year specifically for this movie, and I loved the show. I love the show more than the movie, obviously, but yeah. So your opinion is going to be wildly different than mine, and I completely understand that. I'll say there are a few characters I wish had more screen time. Junior being one of them, Uncle Junior, I wish had a little more to do. I do wish that there was a little more of Tony interacting with Dicky. They very much promoted the movie as the man who influenced Tony Soprano, and I feel like that really wasn't the case. You didn't have that kind of being taken under the wing feel. It would have been a little more interesting to me, and again, I'll watch it again. If you're listening to this, wondering if you should give it a shot, you absolutely should give it a shot, especially if you're a Sopranos fan. If you haven't seen the show, no, I honestly can't say you should watch this movie. I don't think you're gonna enjoy the little things that they kind of hint here and there. The characters aren't going to be very appealing to you, I don't think. But if you have, obviously, yeah, again, I think you're gonna be satisfied. I'll say there is obviously a racist tone in this movie, given the time period and the people that it is dealing with. They are racist, and I did find myself being like, wow, this not enough has changed. There's a lot that's kind of stuff that's happening today, and that was, I don't know, disappointing. I don't want to get too much into that, but I'll say I enjoyed the movie. I don't know if it was worth staying up for, but there's something you gotta kind of. It's nice to have a movie where you just sit back and watch and listen, and dialogue heavy. And again, the dialogue is going to be it's going to mean more to you, because you're going to understand why some things are being said because of the show. The actors did great. Obviously, young Tony, both actors that played young Tony are awesome. You look at everyone and it's just wow. The fact that they got these actors at this time to play these characters, that kept blowing my mind. Everyone looks just like their characters. I will say Paulie comes off a little cartoony to me, but I mean, he kind of looks a little cartoony anyways, if you get what I mean. But nobody feels like they're playing a character. They feel like they're playing a real person from the show. But overall, I did like it. I also bought a movie ticket. I watched this on HBO Max, but I did buy a movie ticket for tomorrow. And I would say buy a movie ticket. Go out and see it in theaters. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's good, especially right now, to support movies like this. But what did you think? Did you like the movie? Did you not like the movie? I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this review and, like, comment, subscribe. Really let me know what you thought of this movie. And as always, thank you.